you have to individually click every one of them. I see. How about now? Hello, world. Don't mind me. I'm figuring technology out, even though I got degrees in it. Oh, there we go. We're live on YouTube somehow.
Please stand by for technical difficulties.
All right. So apparently we are live on YouTube. I don't know if people are seeing this or not. Maybe I'll say hello or something. Hello, YouTube world. Is anyone out there? There we go. And then make sure it's mute so I don't echo here. Make sure Twitch is mute while everybody. There we go. Oh, I forgot about that robot Ko-Fi thing. I'm gonna have to figure out how to work that. Cool. All right, we are live apparently. Hopefully. Make sure on Twitch for sure. Has anybody else got Twitch on?
No.
I do. Let's see if you're
Oh,
live.
there we go. Nice.
I am watching both of your streams right now.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
are you?
We're judging you harshly.
This sounds so
That's
intense.
fine.
So intense.
Hydrate.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
right now.
All right, awesome. Perfect. Cool. All right, so last we left off in a state of chaos. Everybody was trying to get people out of town, and Fina was trying to save a person who was
The
a little
worker.
confused as he started
Person?
floating for some unknown reason, maybe pulled by Fina. After everybody had gone into the mausoleum and into the catacombs and brought down some sort of weird armored undead body that had dangling cadavers all over itself, Rarvas, of course, escaped into a portal and then tried to spy into that portal, hearing about ghouls, or an army of ghouls, coming after our group of friends here. Our group, not sure if they're friends yet. They've just been surviving together. Which left us to try to get all the people to get out of Talonalton, and hopefully to plan on knocking on doors and trying to get as many of them that can be, I guess, corralled out of their houses. Fina decided to go and check on the mansion, and Ben was there for a little while before he decided to, this wasn't for him. He was just going to leave, get back with the group. Fina remained, talked to this people inside the mansion for a bit. Some of them asked her to walk in, but she decided no, and took off running. And that's where we're going to start, actually. Let me move this here and see if that'll switch over. Whoa, that is a large zoom into the map.
Yes, it is. Oh, is this to scale?
Yes.
Oh, good. This is a big village.
If y'all
Why
were
is one of
to
the icons animated?
do what now?
One of the NPCs are animated.
Oh yeah, the animated icons. I'd say in order to imagine this, so this is the mansion. If y'all were to be right here and imagine this corner here, hopefully, let me see. Actually, let me go to the token layer matter. I don't know if y'all can see that ping there.
At the bottom left.
Yeah. So if y'all were to
Yes.
imagine that ping, y'all could guesstimate about another 20 or maybe 30 feet to the left of that would be where y'all at, which is here.
I don't want to be sprinting for my life then.
And I know that Aaron is probably not there because he went down to the houses. So that's so there's a gap about, well, let's say about 30 feet gap between that, and that's where how those two maps are joined in a way. So we are here. So Fina, you ended up dragging Mr. It's actually Garvin, not Jarvin, but Garvin here with you. The rest of these group, you had about 4 of them, these 2 ladies over here in the back, and these 2 gentlemen rush after them. And at that point, because they're rushing and everything has started already, we're going to go ahead and roll initiative here. So if everybody would please roll initiative and remember what you rolled. I'll say.
Okay.
Oh no.
I got. Okay.
I can't tell if it's me or. Does everybody else hear the music loud or low?
Low.
Very low.
Very low.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's probably okay. So.
Well, I got a new computer, and I forgot to install Chrome, so I'm doing that right now.
Man, what a
fool.
skill issue.
And for some reason, it's taking fucking forever.
By the way, I am on the side of the walls since we ended right as I yoinked them out of the window.
Let me see here. But we'll see how the music goes from there on out. I don't know what's going on with it. I think it's just. Yeah. It's all good. Side of the walls. All right. So, first of all, let me go ahead and get this going for. Talons. All right. Just in case anybody wants to, from way far over there, do anything. Is this? Which that's strange. Oh, I remember why it did that. It's because you threw a grenade in there.
Yep. And got away with it.
The bomb.
That we could have used in the goddamn crypt.
I was wondering why we already had to resume. All right, Illis, what did you roll?
Wait, we had a bomb?
I rolled a 16.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, remember we were gonna strap it to the little girl.
Yeah.
Y'all keep saying we like we're French or something.
Hey, I
Like,
said
don't
it that
include me in
time.
that
It
shit.
wasn't even me.
I'll roll for Yonsei until Chrome is up for Mr. Naboo here. So
Yonsei,
I-
I'm pretty sure Yonsei was the one who gave me the bomb.
I think he did.
No, you took it after he got rid of it.
13.
Yeah, so he gave me the bomb.
Naboo, you haven't been able to roll yet, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm.
And then,
I got an 11. I just rolled it with Thorax.
I have
so that there
advantage,
was...
by the way.
Do you want me to roll for you?
No, anybody but her.
Hey, I don't roll bad in
I'll
this one.
roll it.
Fina, what did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
Oh, God. Aaron,
Yeah.
you rolled
17.
17. Ben?
I volunteer to roll the dice for the person who needs it.
No, my luck was better.
Damn. It's actually a decent roll, damn.
What's your bonus, Nobu?
+3.
Thank you.
And, what was your
Respectable
roll,
18, it seems,
Mr.
then.
Mr. Bingard?
10.
10. And Thorag?
11.
11. I have a different portrait for Thorag here. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know how to change that and get the old one back.
Oh.
And also having 2 Thorags with the same picture is going to be confusing. I'm still fixing it.
Who am I? I don't know. I see 2 faces.
Ever since that trip to Avernus.
One Thorag got married and has children. The other ended up single for years on end.
Dang, that's pretty sad.
Is that what you saw back in the graveyard when you got
Oh,
cursed?
right. No, yeah, no.
I saw 2 timelines, both of them bad.
Whenever.
Dang, alright.
In one, I got married. In the other, the end of the world happened. I don't know which I prefer more.
So I got everybody here just in case, but since it's only Fina right now, I'm gonna go ahead and see who is. Ooh, that one. Fina is slow right now. All right, so you were on the roof or on the wall, and you pulled him. So he's like screaming over here. What the hell's going on here? And then these guys run out. Let's see here. Who is going to do something first? Possibly.
Well, Revna, you predicted the future in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the red is going to go first. Yes. Miss Red will go first. She's going to rush over here.
I don't like the way they keep looking over at me.
And
Yeah, it is the uncanny valley. I don't like these tokens.
It's okay. It's... Oh, that one's skin changed.
I managed to glitch them out so they don't even like move anymore for me. I'm happy.
let's see here. So, yeah, she's going to go ahead. So you were on the side of the window. What were your... So where would you be located? You just like pulled him and you were like looking down or on the side of the window?
I'm like standing at a 90-degree angle at the window as I'm holding the guy with my telekinesis.
Okay. Are you at the top or the side of it, of the window?
I'm at the top since I was hanging upside down to talk to the guys.
Okay. Yeah, so she'd be... Yeah, she can still reach you with that. Alright, so she's going to go ahead and... Not knowing what the hell's going on, this guy is freaking out. She's going to go ahead and strike at you. Thinking... Well, you don't know what she's thinking.
How much of a reach does she have?
Well, the window is on the first floor. And it's a long sword, so yeah.
Ah, crap.
So that's a 13. I'm assuming that probably won't land.
It does not.
Alright, she slices, swings, hits air, and then goes back and returns and tries to hit again. That one is a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
So that one strikes for 12 slashing damage.
Alright.
And their telekinesis, I don't know, does that work as a concentration? I didn't even...
No, it doesn't. As long as I use an action to maintain it, that's how I maintain it.
Okay.
But the moment I do anything besides holding the guy, I'll drop him.
I see. Okay.
Does that add weight to you, or is it weightless?
What?
Holding a person's worth of weight with the ring.
I would assume
No, I
that
don't
would,
think so. It acts
yeah.
as a balloon.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it would add the actual weight to it. Yeah. Oh gosh. You are so lit. Okay. So that guy's gonna move in. Okay, so from out the door, from the door, threshold of it, you see this other person move forward.
That guy's intimidating.
Looks
Right.
over and says, "The fuck is going on here?" And then he just runs and tries to, just because he's not really sure what the hell's going on. He's floating, right? The guy that you have in telekinesis.
Yeah, and I told the guy not to fight back and be calm, otherwise it's gonna break the telekinesis.
Well, now he's not calm, so because he doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's like, oh shit, I'm fucking flying here. I'm flying. So what's going on? And he's
Gave you a warning, you prick.
he's like just freaking the hell out right now. And
Because his brains are pudding.
this guy,
Oh, yeah, forget about that.
this guy just runs over and grabs him and will try to pull him down. He's not completely sure of the situation here. He sees her attacking you. First object is for him, though, is to grab this guy, pull him down, and that's what he's doing right now. So I don't know. Does that break it?
Make a strength check.
Okay, so he does have to. All right, so
It should be very easy for how big this guy is.
possibly. Let's see here.
Nat 1.
He has a beat of 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat the
Ooh.
14.
+9. Oh, no.
Yeah, he just
yeah.
like he just yanks him. He goes to the ground. He flops to the ground.
You just manhandled that guy.
Oh, thank you, Commander. Oh, it's flying there. Oh, I knew what was going on. Oh, it was scary. And this guy just like shakes his head, looks over at what's going on, and looks over at the window, completely confused, and says, "It's one of them. It's walking in the sun." And let me see. Yonsei, Thorag, Bingard. At that distance, it is daylight, but that's still around the angle. Yeah, y'all don't see anything yet, just because it's still in the angle that y'all wouldn't technically. Let me see. I'm gonna go to the big map.
Don't say that they don't see it just because we're around the angle.
Oh yeah, that angle, yeah, you wouldn't see it at
Yeah.
all. All right, y'all just going about your business, trying to rally up some people, and well,
Dwarf will be doing good dwarf cleric things of trying to reassure people and keep people calm while trying to figure out how to get an entire town worth of people away from a ghoul army.
Nobu is helping out, but not willingly. Like he's pouting because he
pouting.
left a whole crib of dead bodies in that room and forgot all about them.
it's like my cart. All right, well then, in that case, while they're doing their thing here, Fina, it is your go.
Alright.
I think I'm
Knowing-
good now.
Knowing dang well I'm not going to get out of this through combat, I'm going to try and take the diplomatic role. Look, stop. I'm not attacking anybody. The guy asked to come with us as we try to lead the town. You guys are about to be attacked by a ghoul army. We don't need to fight each other. I'm not one of them. I'm in the sunlight.
Oh, horrible.
Roll me a persuasion. Either persuasion or deception, but I think you're telling the truth, right?
Yeah, I'm telling the truth.
Persuasion.
He
I don't
did
want
want
there
to
to be
be
a
safe.
logical-
He asked for it.
Persuasion 21. All right. All right. This one will stop. She steps back as this guy just kind of moves back, and this guy takes a step. says, well, you certainly seem like you're not one of them if you're in the sun.
And that guy who was screaming asked to be saved. He wanted to come join us because
He's
these
like-
other people were holding him hostage, in a sense.
I didn't say anything like that, Commander. I was just... I would never leave you. Of course not.
I like this guy.
The commander just, like, glares at him. And then...
I'm gonna start walking up the walls, by the way, to get some distance.
the commander's like, looks over first and says, well, who are you?
I'm Fina, an adventurer. I joined a group of people to come in here because we have a vampire problem, which I'm sure you're well aware of. We took care of a flesh golem. We fought a guy who was a vampire. And
He says,
because
who is we?
me and my fellow compatriots,
Where are they?
if that's the right word, they're in town trying to rescue people and trying to actually
us
save
to
lives instead of letting them die.
Take us to them.
Will you attack us?
Only if you attack us.
Well, I'm not really planning on doing so.
That would be
Also,
very wise.
by the way, Dickbag, I tried to save. Don't lie again.
He looks
and
over
then
at
she's
you
gonna
like, oh, I didn't, I have no idea what you're talking about, and that's very rude, calling me a dickbag. That hurts my
Hey.
feelings. I'm
My
not a
feelings.
dickbag.
Well, this sword slash really hurts as well. This guy here, make a wisdom saving throw, and then this person here, make a wisdom saving throw.
What are you doing to them?
I'm using my mind abilities.
I cast psionic brain
Alright,
death.
cool. It works.
No, it's not that.
Let's see.
It's time for an ego death.
Alright, everything is good. Everything's on track.
Nice.
Good, good.
So both of them roll, one is a 17, the other one is an 18.
Okay. That does not help. Alright. I just want to walk along the top of the roof. I'm going to stay in sight.
Okay.
And I'm just going to make my way back.
Alright, so you're making your way back to them?
Yeah, I want to just stay along the roof line though.
Alright. Well, you reached the roof line. I guess the rest of the group, you would be able to see that there's actual people now as they're following Fina.
There's people coming.
Rules of people.
I don't know if it's good or bad yet.
I guess,
You'll see me on top of the roof.
okay, so, yeah, you would be able to see Fina on top of the roof. And then,
So it's got something to do with Phoenix, so it's 90% bad.
What? What are they doing on the roof?
What did they do this time?
What's happening out there?
it seems that they, see you and,
Need a
they
voice?
start heading y'all's way now. What is
We've
Fina
got
gonna do?
company.
I'm gonna. Ain't much really I can do. I am going to establish a psychic connection. I'm going to use my telepathy to talk to the guy I somewhat kidnapped, I guess. I want to ask him of, why are you taking their side? And you're trying to screw me over.
Look, I think there's a god talking to me, sir. It's in my brain. He just keeps walking as the guy that's leading them just looks over at him like completely confused and seems to be getting annoyed with him. And he's like, Oh, Garvin, just shut up. We need to see what's going on here. Of course, sir. And, hey, these people, I'm gonna copy them. Actually, when y'all see these people, what do y'all want to do as the group is? Let's switch over here really quick. So we can see.
Probably try to shuffle them in with whatever other survivors we can get together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all just gonna wait for them to get here? And
I'm gonna go over and stand behind Naboo for a start.
okay.
By the cart.
And then
I
I
guess
think
I'll stand for everybody. Do
Aaron,
they look hostile?
No, they
We
don't.
don't know
just-
yet.
Let me see. Where is Aaron? Aaron, you were at the houses, right? You said.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna put you out here for now. We'll pretend you're at the houses.
Oh, wait.
Oh wait.
Okay, so I do have something that may work. So my psychic whispers from my Psi Rogue class. It says I can talk to people within a mile. So I'm going to try and if I can see my fellow adventurers, I'm going to try and make a communicate. I want to make a link with whoever I see first.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you're in the roof, so you have a pretty good view with just about everyone.
Alright, so that's going to be, I guess, Revna, because she's closest to the open, I guess. And I want to tell Revna, hey, these guys are the guards, but they're not the most friendly. And they may be working with the vampires, but we are trying to work something out.
Ilith will look vaguely confused as to where the voice is coming from, but then she will see the group approaching and just kind of, oh goodness, kind of keep an eye on them as they get closer.
Fina has been using her telepathic voice, so you would actually hear Fina's voice. She's not trying to hide herself.
Yeah, but you're not nearby, and she's not used to other voices in her heads besides the people she gives her stuff to.
Yeah.
Stop grabbing Naboo.
Get off me!
Oh
Who's
my God.
groping Nobu?
Oh my God.
Oh my god! why does it have to be
Groping my
all the
boy.
time? I'm not a boy!
Sorry, she's so sexy. It's so sexy.
The captain of the guard is a scaly.
All right. So I don't know if
almost choked on my drink.
Does Fina follow or?
Yeah, Fina's just going to keep a wide berth from them. So the moment she gets inside the town, she's just going to go onto the Rising Griffin Inn roof, and she's going to chill there.
Okay. So you should.
The guards have well intimidated her.
All right.
I'm just looking at the people there to see if they're intimidated with this great big 13-foot snake that's there and a freaking dinosaur.
You
How
see,
are they reacting to that?
you do see some of these people though at the cart, like Jenna. She looks over and stuff. Oh, look, it's the sheriff. Or not the sheriff, but the sheriff's helpers. At least the deputies are here and the commander. You see this guy just walk
Look
up,
at them, unamused.
and he's like, "This guy looks at you, unamused as well." He says, "What strange creatures." We always have strange creatures every now and then. He walks up and says, "Hello. Your friend," he points over to the roof to Fina, says that you are adventurers here helping. Where do you hail from?
Who's he
sounds
looking
exactly
at?
me.
He's kind of looking at the two biggest ones in front right now, Illith and
Okay, all right.
Naboo.
I'll say it.
No,
Damn
you want to
thing.
go? Nope. Okay, all right, that's fine. After an awkward silence of Illith waiting to see if Nobu
And
was
I'm
gonna
literally
answer,
just making eye contact with him. I'm just looking.
Okay.
Illith is gonna
Like, no
kind of.
intimidating. No, I look. No, like I'm not trying to be physically intimidating. I'm just looking like, how the fuck are you talking to me?
Illith is gonna put her hands up and kind of step between them, like, "Hey, I'm really not from around here. We were just passing through, but something bad is on the way, and You probably need to come with us. We need to get out of here.
He'll look up to the.
She's very awkward as she says this, by the way.
He'll look up to the or he'll look up to the roof, looking at Fina, and you see these kind of just walk up, trying to, like, he's not intimidated, but these other ones, they're kind of looking around, trying to figure out what the hell you two are, and you see the.
You have to have noticed your vampire problem by now.
The two females are just kind of at the side of the commander here, and he's looking and says, he points over to the roof to Fina and says, "Oh, yes, well aware of the vampire problem here. Unfortunately,
Fair.
your friend said that you were intending to take people out of the village, traveling, something about a ghoul army attacking. Is this correct? Is that what you were trying to do?"
Yes, we went down into the crypts to try and clear out your problem, but one got away and we overheard plans of overrunning the city with ghouls and leaving no survivors.
So you enraptured them.
No, they were
What
planning
do you-
on burning
what do
this
you
place
mean?
once they ate everyone here. No matter what, everyone here was going to die. We're just trying to help people.
He'll look back at the group, and then he'll recognize a dwarf, and it's like, well,
Wait a minute. Are those faces moving?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, I thought I was going fucking crazy.
No, it's something.
I don't know what you're talking about. The faces are all static.
I think one just winked at me.
Ah!
That's just your meds kicking in. Don't worry about it.
Damn, the flex rail's hitting hard today.
It looked directly at the camera and made an Ahigao face. Please save me.
Oh god, no.
This one walks up to the dwarf now and says, "You, there. You seem, well, like a dwarf. Are you with them? You're traveled with this group? You're an adventurer?"
I have. Aye. May not be an adventurer quite, but yes. Yes.
How much do you know about this ghoul problem? What do you know of ghouls and undead? Your kind usually deals more with, I guess, the underdark things, mining
There's
and
lots of
such.
Lots of squawking from the tops of the roofs as they see all the ravens looking at them all.
I am a drow, besides a Dapier.
You just hate it all around.
Yeah.
Now you're doing blackface. That's another story.
As the peanut gallery finishes speaking, the dwarf
Sorry.
will know. I have not a ton of run-ins with the undead, but yes, I do know of ghouls. I never thought vampires were a myth until coming to this town recently. But if it's possible, if the old stories of the vampires are true, then an entire army of ghouls is not impossible. And I'd rather have people be safe rather than risk the chance of it not being correct. If at all else, if we can move them out of the town and evacuate them to a degree, perhaps we can avoid the worst that may come. And if there is no ghouls, we can send them right back home.
He thinks for a while and says,
Honestly, that's many lives here, and it's not worth the risk. We did manage to at least scare off, best I can say, more along the lines the vampire felt uninterested and just left. But we did manage to deal with a thing that collected corpses
He looks confused.
I don't know how to describe it. It was like a golem with spikes on it, and it put corpses on its back.
His eye just kind of twitches.
Yes. A grim thing.
The sheriff gave the order for everyone to stay locked in their houses. We've been under siege for the past 2 weeks. We've been in the sheriff's mansion, guarding it. Seems that something is trying to take him out, possibly in order to take full control of the town. But you do realize that for
It don't work like that.
for the longest travel time here would be about 3 or 4 days before you even reach another village. If you have a ghoul army upon you, you have nothing but flat lands and grass to hide and do battle with. In an open field,
And we have
against ghouls.
And we have nothing but wooden walls to protect an army of ghouls that will tear through it. Both options aren't particularly great.
And he looks back at his group. We had sent word to the Green Palace. We were hoping that they would get here with some help. We were hoping that we could last long enough that they would send some Knights of the Green.
If we're hoping to survive a siege in that case, we will have to have something better than a building made of wood.
He thinks.
You'll be lucky that the Green Palace is still alive, of what I saw in Polaria.
He'll look over at you and says, I've heard rumors of Polaria, but not believable ones. Polaria,
They're not rumors, I can assure you. Polaria's fallen. I was there. I was one of the ones that escaped.
You hear, well, you see like a tension fall with the other group behind him. And,
Right, Lynx. You didn't know about this.
They look at each other and, where did he go? Ah, there he is. They all look the same. This one steps out. Says, oh, Pilaria? Pilaria fallen?
Yes.
I had cousins in Pilaria. Oh. That's pretty terrible, right? Pilaria.
Yep.
Yes. Never
Ian,
Uh-huh.
sorry for cutting you off. Just real quick question.
Uh-huh.
How close is that guy to Renva?
The one that just spoke?
The one that walked up.
He's pretty close. He's, like, right up on her, I would suspect.
My tail portion of my body immediately comes, like, I don't hit him, but the moment he steps too close for my comfort, my tail plops hard in front of her.
I pictured you poking his chest with the tip, like, back up, buddy.
Let's see. So he will jump back and kind of yelps at that as that happens. And give me 1 second here. I'm trying to roll a wisdom saving throw. So I don't know what. So Fina's trying to attempt another connect there. She would fail. And psionics, I don't know if it says that it can, it is able to, but if it doesn't mention it, usually if it doesn't mention it, it doesn't give you the ability to.
Yeah, no, you can just literally just talk to people. You can't put images in their head and shit.
Yeah, I did it with another companion. I didn't know if it was the same for this one, so I was just asking.
Yeah, sometimes when
Unfortunately, you are not Professor X. You're just great value.
Yeah, usually
That-
you just kind of stick around with what it says, and if it's not in there, usually you can't.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So you don't believe me what I'm saying about Polaria?
And this guy will turn to you and says, "Well, you're from there, so I have no recollection of it. We've completely on the other side of the continent. So if you've been there, then I have to take your
Yes.
word on it."
My name is Bengard the Crusader. I am a scribe to the actual temple of Proserpina there. So I know what I'm talking about.
And he just looks at you and says, "I didn't say you didn't. I just said I'd never been there." So,
Well, I have, and I'm telling you what I know and what is the truth.
Calm down, Nate. Now's not the time.
you see this guy is like, "All right. Either way, I don't know what the situation is in the Green Palace. Perhaps they have not sent any help because whatever the situation is in Polaria, then that means
They've
that
probably
we're
got their
all
hands
alone."
full.
And he says, "Yes, they probably do. That still leaves us to ourselves and our own defenses."
Yes. Against the
Do we
Ghoul
have
army,
any-
you have next to no chance.
Do we have any place of stone, anywhere that we can hide out? This is a mining town. Are there any tunnels that lead to further away, into the mountains, perhaps?
He'll look
I
at each
kind of have
other,
an idea on something.
and for, let me see. You would only read. 1 second. Let me message you back.
Well, what we could do is hold them at the crypt. That way their numbers are useless. It's just whether or not we can like last that long.
To the mines of Moria.
Please, not the mines of Moria.
It says, "We
Yeah,
can
before
go
we
to the mines."
Go too far. I'm just sorry for getting off again. Before we go too far, we were like, so that guy, I slammed my tail in front and he got too close to River. That part just stopped because we just kind of skipped over it. So I want to know what happened.
Oh yeah, he jumped back and yelped, and he looks over and is like, wait, what the hell?" And this girl over here next to him will like just kind of look over and seems to go for her weapon just in case. Just she doesn't pull it out or anything, but she pretty much just gets close to and just at the ready.
Yeah, I don't make any sort of. Wait, I don't. The best example I can say. Nobu looks like he's not bothered, even if you pull out your weapon. Like he's giving that air, like you can try, but you won't succeed. And then he looks back at the guy he's scared, and just like his eye, all four of the eyes kind of like squint, like looking at him, and then he turns back to his attention to the conversation.
Well, guy just looks back at you and is like, "All right, big fella, it's okay." And he'll look over at Illith and says, "Where'd you find some pet like him? I wouldn't mind having one of them in order to protect me."
Oh no. He's not a pet, he's my friend.
Oh,
He also has some particularities. Don't mind him too much. He's a very different culture.
I feel like he's given like death glares over Illith's shoulder here.
He is. He really is. Illith out of everybody would know he doesn't like new people. And especially since he walked up so close. Mm-mm.
The dwarf will kind of try to come over and it's like, think of him like those folks that from the islands that don't like anyone close to them. They're very, very, very much into their personal space. might want to be careful about that.
Says, all right. I don't mean anything. Just trying to be friendly's all. And, you see this guy, says, Garvin, shut up and just stay in the back. Says,
Well,
so
this
what
isn't
is the
getting us
plan
anywhere.
then? What do you wish to do here?
Well, I think we need to join forces and do something like fairly soon, or we're going to get caught in the street by a load of ghouls, by the sounds of things. And also before it gets dark, we get the vampire problem. So
We
need to
run
make a
or we
decision.
go to ground. Those are our options from what I can tell.
All right.
We find a place to barricade that is ideally not made of wood, hard to get through, stone, part of a mine, something. Or we make a run for it and pray for the best.
The mine doesn't have
How long
enough
you-
to fit people in there. It's not large enough.
Well, guys, I kind of have an idea. How about we hold out at the crypt? Because the tunnels are so narrow that their numbers won't matter. It's just more about getting through waves of ghouls than it does getting surrounded. We could take whatever alcohol and stuff is left inside the tavern and dump it inside the crypt and then just hold the door.
Do
So
we know
once
they're
the
coming
army
from the
comes-
crypt?
Huh?
Do we know they're coming from the crypt?
Well, that's where the portal is. And if they're
Sure.
not coming from the crypt and they're somewhere else, that means we have a few days to run anyways. Because it's going to take a while to get here.
So while y'all doing this, let's go and jump to Aaron really quick. And
Where?
Aaron, you had gone to these houses over here, looking to at least grab some people, or at least try to knock on as many doors as you can. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
There it is. 21.
21. Wow. All right. That's good. You're knocking on doors. So all this over here is happening. And you actually managed to grab maybe like 3 families who are now following with you as you go on, and because these families are following you, you were able to converse with them and persuade them to get out of town, and they were freaking out because of this. I don't know what all you told them actually, but either way, I don't know if you told them about the ghoul army or you just said we need to get out. Well, how would you have approached them?
Aaron would have just knocked on the door, told them that there is a catastrophe on its way to this town, and that he needs to get as many people out as possible.
Okay. So because of this, you had a couple that didn't want to go, but eventually you reached a house where one of the families nodded, and they just seemed to want to get out. Were trapped here, and upon seeing that somebody's here to hopefully lead them out, they follow you. They have a couple of children with them, and as you knock on other doors, the other family, seeing this family, kind of gave them a little bit more persuasion, and then you had 2 families, now you have 3 families. As you're walking around, you do see a group over there now who are talking to each other, and you have this group of family here, and 3 families here, and what do you wish to do? Do you still wish to proceed trying to gather more, or?
I turn to the families, and if any of you have a form of transportation, I would suggest grabbing it and either waiting with the rest of the group over there by the inn, or leaving right now as you are. If you do so now, you may be safer than staying with us. But I am going to continue getting people to safety.
One of them walks up and says, all the animals that we had, that we used to travel with, the horses, they're all disappeared. First, there was dogs that were found slaughtered. Then there was goats and other creatures that we use in order to, provide, and all chickens, and they were all just mutilated over the past few weeks. And then eventually last week our horses were all slaughtered.
I see. In that case, it may be safer to stick with the cart, walk alongside it. Do any of you know how to wield a weapon in case it comes to that?
You see this. He's probably in his late 40s. This father, he has a thick beard and says, it's been some time. I was young and in the military for a while, but I think I can still remember it. Like riding a pony, right?
I'll take your word for it.
I'll do anything to
And
save my
I'm
family.
going-
If I need to give my life for my family, I will do it.
I pat him on the shoulder and then turn around to continue trying to get more families.
And he looks over at the rest of the families, and he'll nod at you, and we'll help you for now. We have everything that we need. The least we can do is try to get other families to come out of the houses. Most of these families are in fear. They won't go out with somebody they don't recognize. They don't know who they can trust. And they follow you. You seem to be very charismatic with them. And he looks over at you, and
On today's episode of How
And
to
the
Start a
lady.
Cult,
he'll reach a hand
Oh,
out
Cole.
and say, "My name is Charles, and this
lovely
is
to meet you, Charles.
my wife,
I am
Judith.
Aaron.
Pleasure to meet you, Aaron." And you see the wife. She's just like holding her her basket of food and other stuff that she was able to pack rather quickly. Their son is rather like an older son too, though. The son is he looks pretty stout too for his age and stuff. And then they have a younger daughter and a younger son that she's holding on to around. And she says, "It's a pleasure to meet you." And then they just follow you, trying to gain and get more people to come out of their houses. And with that, while you're doing that, we'll jump back to the group again and see what everybody decides. All right. Jumping back to the group here. God, this thing always zooms into the map. All right, let me zoom out. There we are. All right. So you see the commander. He's just standing about. He'll look over at Dwarf.
Dwarf, yes, dwarf.
And he says, "I shall go speak with the sheriff. I'll talk to him. Convince him that we should get the people out before night. So, what exactly is the plan? Just, we can't stay at the mine. And if you think that we won't survive here, I don't know of any place that's strong enough. Perhaps maybe the church. And that's the only building that
If
I know
it's
that's
holy
made of
ground,
stone.
If it's holy ground, it may prove some small defense, but if the vampires knew that, they may have done something to it already. It's hard to say what building would be best and what building would be safe at this point.
If your friend here says that Polare has fallen and who knows what's going on with the Green Palace, then this siege won't last long. They've taken out most of the farm animals here, you see. They burnt our crops. Ooh. He looks back at the sheriff's mansion. We've been surviving, trying to come up with a plan. A counterattack, but we did not know about this ghoul army.
Well, we need to head to the nearest stronghold, wherever that is.
He looks at you.
What, do any of you guys are magically inclined?
We had a powerful wizard that pretty much kept guard, stayed at the towers. But he was one of the first ones to fall. We have not seen him in the past 2 weeks now. Who knows what has become of him?
He might be the one who opened the portal. There's a portal in there. We could probably... That's where I'm going to guess is where the ghoul army is going to come from, is that portal. Because that seems to be the back and forth for most of the vampire spawn and whatever goes on here. Our only... If we shouldn't hold in a defense out here, we should go to the crypt, and we could try and collapse the portal. We could try and collapse the crypt, so that way they have to dig out to provide some time. Or we use it as a funnel to kill bits at a time. The question is if we could outlast the army. Because even then, we have to consider that. Even when we do go under siege, we get surrounded, or we take on the crypt and try and funnel them. It seems like either way, we're just going to die.
This guy holds up a finger. He's like, "Oh, I'd rather not die. I mean," and he's to the commander. "Sigh. We're not going to die. Get back. Calm down. We'll have a situation here, but we'll pull through." He's like, "Oh,
I'm gonna
all right."
I'll step back over here, give us some space, and I'll call to the ravens on the roof. I want some of them to come down to me so I can talk to them.
Okay.
In-
They flutter
So
about.
I'm shouting out in Raven, so I'm squawking and I'm doing all this bird talk. And there's some of them that land on my shield and on my shoulders, and they fly around me. And I'm asking them to send the murder out in the wide vicinity to check to see if there's any ghouls approaching, and if they see any large settlements, and if they are which direction, and come back and tell me.
So you're sending
That's not
them.
taking a hot minute.
You're
Yep,
trying to
out
send
and
them.
wide. Yeah, out in a wide arc to look to see if they can see any ghouls, and to spot any places that we could hide out, like large settlements with walls and things like this. So I'll send them out.
If you were to say a radius of how much distance you were trying to send them out, how far would you be trying to send them?
About 30 miles.
30 miles. Ooh, okay. All right. Well, then you are doing that. While that's happening, they take off and start fluttering away in search of what you asked for. And while this is happening, the commander will look at the dwarf and look at Illith and says, "You there. I've seen many creatures come by here. You are a rarity with your friend there."
Yes, a lot of my kind don't make it off our island.
What island is this?
I I don't know how to say it in your language. I haven't seen it on any of your maps.
He raises an eyebrow. In my youth, I traveled in ships. Traveled the many oceans. I don't think I've ever seen people like you. Or your friend there. What?
She will draw a general shape of the island in the dirt with one of her toe claws. And just be like, this is what it looks like if you've seen it. I haven't been able to find any maps that hold any records of it.
What are you trying to get at?
And he just shakes his head and says, can't say that I have. Well, nonetheless, I at least need some solid idea of what the plan is here. And I can see what I can do. And I'll have my deputies, and I'll speak to the sheriff. Maybe we can work together then. If it's survival, everybody wants to survive, including my men. So come up with a plan. I gotta go and see to the sheriff currently. I will tell him what's going on here. I'll inform him of this ghoul army. And what your friend said about Polaria. We don't get very much news of the outside world here. That's for the very few travelers that happen upon our city, or small mining town here. I guess this is why we're in such a siege. Most people forget about us. Except for the gold that we're able to garner. And he looks at everybody upon mentioning this. Yeah, it looks like the group when he mentions this, pretty much, upon the mention of gold.
The dwarf doesn't care.
He seems to be just watching, as if he's trying to read faces for some reason. The females at his side just look at him, confused, but then they just go back to their normal stance. And then says, figure out what you want to do. Meet us. And he looks about. Well, we'll meet you here at the Griffin Inn. Let's say in about an hour or two. Will that work? Suffice? And maybe we can both come up with a plan. I'll get the sheriff. I'll have a meeting. Set forth.
What time of day is it, please?
Well, y'all were in the mausoleum. It was morning time, so it's... What did I say last? 9 or 10 in the morning right now?
Oh, sorry. As long as you're not going to wait until it's night time, then we're stuck there for another night.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking.
The ghouls come and go. It's like, okay, finally. I have talked with the sheriff. Oh, everyone's dead.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, they'll start making their way back to the mansion unless anybody says anything else.
No.
Alrighty then. Well then, they pretty much just left it in y'all's hands for now.
I'll tell the group what I've done because they won't understand because I'm speaking in bird language. I just reiterate what I said to you, what they heard about the birds. The birds going off searching and looking for ghouls or whatever in the about, and 30-mile radius of checking for places where we can go.
All right.
Do you have a bird left?
Sorry?
Do you have a bird left?
No, I've sent them all out.
Dang it.
Perhaps we should collapse the catacombs.
There's a lot of alcohol in the tavern.
May delay them at least. Well,
I mean,
I know.
How are you going to go about collapsing the mausoleum? It's a big building, isn't it?
Oh, simply just take
is.
out the supports.
Okay.
Maybe even just collapse that tight stairwell from before. Seemed like the only way up from the portal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go for it before it gets dark. We get stuck here for another night.
We've got an hour.
We got an hour until these people decide what they're going to do.
I don't think we should trust them.
But let's go and do this first anyway. At least we're doing something.
And then, as y'all are having a talk, we'll go jump back to Aaron again. And by this time, Aaron, you gather quite a large crowd of families, and it seems that you pretty much gathered everybody you're going to be able to. And upon gathering this large group of families from pretty much most of the houses, what do you wish to do next?
I repeat the message that I gave for the first couple of families that joined me, minus the grab any animals or transportation you have. Just the if you know how to fight part, then we're gonna need help with that. And I start leading everyone to the inn area before noticing my guys are leaving the inn, and I'm gonna stick here at the inn, try and get everything coordinated, help people do a very, very rudimentary training on how to wield very basic weapons.
Okay. Yeah. So I was gonna say this would probably be happening in the same timeline as y'all first start making way, and you see Aaron. The group sees Aaron returning with a large group of families.
Great, more people.
Toward the inn, and yeah, you see this enormous group of people. What upon seeing this, what do y'all do currently?
Probably tell them to wait in the inn, unless Aaron's gonna do his training.
I think at this point, at least some of us have run off to collapse the catacombs, or part of it.
Okay. Now,
I want to.
Sorry. In order to collapse the catacombs, how exactly are y'all doing that?
As a dwarf, I can basically have some degree of knowing stone. It's one of the features somewhere. What was it? Stone cutting.
All right.
Oh, it's tremor sense. Never mind. Well, just a general having a backstory of being a clan crafter. I imagine I would know some. I'd imagine I would know one thing or another about support columns and what have you.
Okay.
Just at the very least in passing.
Yeah.
We could probably get Naboo to lift up a load of those gravestones and chuck them down block the stairs.
And I do have a
Load of
smith
big
tool, so at the very least I have a chisel that I could at least use to help, weaken it, and then we can have just Naboo kind of grab a hammer and slam the last of it.
Alrighty. Okay.
Lilith can also use a booming blade to apply thunder damage, because I feel like the shockwave off of that would probably also help.
Sonic damage is a wonderful thing. I'll be right back.
Okay. Actually, it's almost 4. So, while we're deciding this, and we're coming up with that plan and the tools and stuff, let's go ahead and take a small little break, guys. I'm gonna take a little bit of a water break so I can drink some water, get my throat. not to hurt.
Gotcha.
All right.
Ooh,
So let's say about 10 minutes, like usual.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We'll be
shall
here.
Be
Making
back.
a sandwich.
I'll be back.
But
Wee.
yeah, Revna.
Yeah.
I looked at the map and I realized how close that guy was. I was like, no, I don't like that.
absolutely not.
Nay.
Nye.
Honestly, I
Be
fucking
back
love
soon,
Nobu.
getting
I
a
really
drink.
do. I'm having so much fun with Nobu.
Chocolate
He's
milk.
just a person.
Nobu's hilarious. Dorag's like, this one's a liability. Why is he going after? Why does he want the bodies? Why does he want the bones?
And then you realize all his shit that he has is made out of bones.
And it's, oh god, that's people.
Anything
What?
extra? Because I have a halberd, 2 hand axes, halberd, and
You were breaking up pretty bad, my guy.
stop.
Oh dear.
Okay. Am I still breaking up?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm back.
Alright, how about now?
That's better.
Okay. Like I said, you'd realize, like, I have a halberd, a scythe, and 2 hand axes that I can just think off the top of my head without looking at my sheet. And you would realize, well, you'd think that the halberd and scythe are not made from people bones. The hand axes, maybe.
Maybe
Out of
people.
curiosity, did any of y'all, would any of y'all have a passive perception that would beat my stealth check?
I have passive perception or investigation.
Passive perception, since I did the stealth thing.
Then no.
I'm curious
Why are
if
you
you want
always
15.
sneaking about, you goddamn rat?
I know
Here
some
it is.
things that I'm very tempted on.
But yeah, I see you.
So I'm checking to see if this is a right call or not.
What, getting out of Dodge or?
Well, my wisdom saving throws lets me see what people's darkest desires are. So I got to see at least one of their darkest desires, and I'm thinking about exploiting it for our betterness.
This is why we call you a fucking psychopath.
I was gonna say, what devil deal nonsense are you doing?
Come
Tell
on.
me, what do you truly desire?
Oh no, I don't need their consent.
Okay, now that's psychopathic behavior. I don't need their consent.
Yeah, that's one of the magical items I chose. Is I can read people's darkest desires.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Whatever has your day been?
Somebody calling me?
My day's been alright.
That's good.
So, this plan is going to go either really well if the guards are trustworthy, or we may be screwed over.
See here.
My family calls me one more time.
They keep calling you. They always call you on D&D stuff.
I swear they have like a sixth sense for when I'm like either streaming or on D&D, and they just call me repeatedly, and I text them like I'm busy.
Same thing with my mom and sisters.
Please.
Like, I tell them Fridays, Saturday and Sunday. At these times, I'm not available. Leave me the hell alone. And then I get calls like, hey, what are you doing? My thing. Oh, well, can you come over and grab this for me? No, motherfucker, no!
Well, hopefully they never watch YouTube, so.
Oh, good.
Not the hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate.
Hydrate,
Making
everybody.
me hydrate.
So out of curiosity,
Never.
William, with what I know, could I have done an insight check on where they left?
On where they left?
Yeah, where the guard mentioned the line and that they left. The guy was trying to hint at something. So I was wondering if I could do an insight check to see what that was.
Oh, yeah, you could have. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Nobody else, I don't think anybody else did one, so you can roll an insight check on that.
Also, I'm not convinced that one guy lied, or if he just actually forgot from the brain damage.
You have a
I
lot.
got 22.
Oh yeah, I forgot the brain damage.
No, it was. I told him not to worry after the brain damage, so he would have known anyways.
Hey, I
Okay.
know I just melted half your brain, but don't worry about that. You're only gonna die slowly.
Well, he doesn't know that. I stealth checked that crap.
I stealth checked hiding the symptoms of half the brain missing.
You performed a
As a
lobotomy on him
medical
and expected
professional.
him to make good decisions.
As a medical professional, you don't hide that.
So you did roll pretty high on that. Jeez. Yeah, you can tell
Yep.
that he was that roll you would have been able to tell that he. That's a good one. He was telling the truth in a way, but he also, you sensed a bit of deception in the sense of what he was trying to look for. He seemed to tell there was some truth in his words, but at the same time some deception. But he also looked like he was trying to you could tell he was looking for reactions from the group as he was staring at the group and trying to read faces the way with that insight roll there. Yeah, so for sure that he was trying to figure out if he can trust the group or not as well. It's like nobody's trusting themselves here.
I mean, fair enough.
Aaron's trusting himself.
Yeah, that's a good way to go.
Hey, I trust more than they do. I trust two people.
Two.
I trust Fina and Ben.
Oh yeah.
Not Fina, shit. Illith and Ben.
I was say, why do you trust me?
I trust the
I was-
psychopath.
I
and
was
the guy
reading your
who's only
shit on.
talked
I was
to
reading your
Bird.
stuff in chat, and I said when I was about to say Illith, I read Fina, so I said Fina.
I was say, Fina doesn't even trust herself sometimes.
Illith is pretty trusting, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if anybody
She
else
is.
can hear the audio. Is it sounding low for anybody else in the audio? I know Miss Avery Juno here said that it was sounding low. And
Like the voices on the stream.
I think so, yeah. Because they're
I said the music is super low as well.
Let me check
yeah,
that
the
while
music
we're on
is
break.
low right now, but I'm peaking on the Discord voice. Somebody count 1 to 3 for me.
I have a turn up Discord.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, yours is like peaking all the way into yellows. How about you, Illith?
Hello.
Hello.
1, 2, 3.
And Aaron?
Hello.
Yeah, you're peaking. You're in the yellows. I don't know why it would be low. So hopefully.
How to head?
So, if you need to balance Discord versus the music itself, you can turn the whole computer's volume up and then just turn down Discord and your volume mixer of the computer, not
Yeah.
OBS.
Let's see here. Yeah, because the music I usually, yeah.
I'm actually curious. One of y'all mentioned comments about Fina. What is what does the chat say about Fina?
Chat? We don't have very
Oh,
many
there he
comments so
goes.
far in there yet, so I don't know about the. Once I start doing YouTube, maybe we can get some more. Let's see here. I don't know about Revna's. I don't know about Revna's stream.
I'll hydrate
Nah,
as soon
she's-
as the break is over. I'm back from shower. Oh shit, I thought you were napping. Yeah, no, there's nothing about characters in this.
Yeah, no.
Cool. Well, everybody else is saying
Dino
that they can
emoji.
hear.
Dino emoji.
Everybody else is
Yeah,
saying that they can hear pretty well.
Everything's
so.
muted on break.
Alrighty then. It's already. All right, cool. About 4 o'clock. Let's start again. So.
Whee.
Get all my scientific things for exploding catacombs. Oh my god. That was my alarm right there for break. But we took it a little earlier.
Oh god.
Alright. The science of... Oh. So Mr. Waz... So our voices are low then. How about the music? Yeah,
The best way to.
Yeah, because mine is almost peaking at red, actually, when everybody else talks. So, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, but the music's like right at the very bottom of my mixer.
Yeah. Music I'm not too concerned about. I was more worried about the voices. That's my main. So, I don't know. So, everybody... Okay, so somebody can hear it good. Everybody else is... Yeah, because I can pump up the music a little bit more. Music is
I had
fine.
the volume on my
The
computer
jam.
turned up pretty high.
Yeah.
That's why I can hear you guys clearly.
Okay. My concern was just on our audio, on the talking audio. And one slightly quiet is me? Really? I'm the one that's quiet? What the hell? I'm never quiet. How dare you? No, just kidding.
Oh no, he lost the person. I'll take it back.
Okay.
Mhm.
There you go.
Alright, well then I'm gonna turn up my gain.
Welcome
How about that?
Oh yeah, let me hydrate now, I guess.
That'll show
My
him.
chakra.
I was just chilling there for a second, then I realized y'all
Hello.
were very fucking quiet. And I was
Testing,
like,
testing.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh
much
my.
noisier.
Alright,
Y'all
I'll
can hear
just
me,
I'll
right?
just
Through my
I'll just
ear,
get the
Daddy.
Yes.
I'll get my microphone closer. I'm trying to make
Time to
sure I don't
adjust.
get the gain too loud. Otherwise, I got some dogs outside. If you start hearing dogs barking, I'll just get it closer to me. All right, so we were off to destroy a mausoleum. Let's see. We'll go with the mausoleum destruction crew first then. So let me switch y'all over to... Yeah, we're in the big map already. So, all right. So using your knowledge of stone as a dwarf and tools that you have, tinkering tools. As far as like... as far as any other tools that you think you would need, are you just going to try to inspect it and try to figure out what you need first, or are you taking things right now with you in order to try to... I know y'all mentioned as far as maybe bringing down columns or the support beams and such. Is that what the plan is? And if so, aside from knowing how to do it, as the dwarf would probably know, what tools and other stuff are you going to use to do that? Explosions or...
Yeah.
Well, there's another way of doing it.
Oh, really?
You can use Fina and Nobu to chuck outside of the mausoleum. There's statues and things, isn't there? And
Let's see.
gravestones.
There are. So if we move
Oh,
y'all...
statues are the best ones. gravestones we
It-
leave.
Fina already snuck off, so unless he noticed her, she's gone. She just disappeared.
There's already the big ones propped up against the door.
Well, we can take the big ones and throw them down the staircase, so it blocks the staircase off, and they can't get
fair.
up. That's all you have to do. You don't need to bring the whole place down.
So you just want to, okay, so throw these in there to block off the staircase, and then once the staircase is blocked off, y'all want to try to bring down the actual building itself. Here is what you're talking about.
I pictured just bringing down the archway of the staircase that leads down to the portal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you block it off first with the stuff, then you can collapse it if they can collapse it on top of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna bring y'all here really quick.
Seems like I wasn't ready for all these maps.
Too many maps.
So
many
maps.
maps.
My brain's on fire.
The
So,
players are too good. I didn't expect all this maps.
Oh, darkness.
They like to lure too much.
Darkness upon the stream. Oh no. Let me see, who can I use here? I'll use this little tiny button here. There we go. Can y'all see the map? Or is it black for y'all?
No.
Some of it's black, some of it's not.
It's black.
I see
that's
the
because I'm on
body
the
of the
outside.
corpse. though.
Oh, I can see it. Something now. Yeah.
As long as I'm on the outside of the map, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're off somewhere. Let's see here.
Yeah, we're going further up the staircase, not down here.
That should be. That's weird. Okay, well then let's try this. Save, and then I'm gonna do this so that way we can get the stream to see. Everybody's blind right now. 200. Since we're just kind of. Well, I'm gonna put y'all down here so we can. Why isn't it not showing? What is going on here? I said dynamic lighting on. Technical difficulties, people.
We all
Apparently.
suffer the scuff.
That should be correct. All right. Well, let's try this one then. That should be working. Come on. What is going on here? What is going on here? Strangeness. What is this strangeness? Huh. Apparently, it does not want to... Oh. Duh! DM noob here. I forgot to scroll up. Alright, now we can see the stream. Alright, so, let's just say there's a dead body there. And you were wanting to go down to the portal, right, Illith? And where this portal is currently, you will actually notice that that portal is not there anymore if y'all do go down there.
Oh.
And that girl is not there. She's back at the cart. Forgot about her. And so with that being gone, though, you said you wanted to close this archway, or?
I think we were gonna do it at the top of the stairs.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
top of the stairs is where y'all want to go. All right.
Next to the main
Yeah.
entrance, you know, which is near the main
Yeah.
entrance.
Okay.
No booth happy.
I don't want to
No
be at the
booth
bottom
happy.
of the steps when they collapse. No, you leave them.
No booth happy. No, it's not even its thing. It's just right there.
So
No.
it's like
No
that
booth
one.
Definitely.
No.
But
No.
but yeah, like collapse the door frame right here.
Okay, so that's what you're trying to collapse. All that right there. So the entire one exit. They didn't believe in having fire safety back in the day. So
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so it would be up to Naboo and Fina, who is currently missing. So Naboo and what's Aaron doing here? Aaron is not here either. Be gone, Aaron. All right, so throwing down just basically most of those like the tomb stones and such is what you're talking about.
Yeah, the outside there's stone statues or something, isn't there? Right there.
All right. Well, then in that case, Mr.
Chucking them
Naboo.
down the
Put two
staircase and blocking the
Big
staircase.
stone
off.
plates against the door. We could just use those.
What is
Yeah.
this Naboo's strengths right now? Let me see. Give me 1 second here.
Actually, I can lift it more than that. So I'm a large. I had it earlier. Give me a second.
Oh yeah, I
Jesus.
think I have Illith's as well. Because she can carry as much as a large.
When I publish my module, I'm going to have a whole mechanics behind strength and the categories. Makes it much easier.
Where are my notes?
Yeah, I think I don't think even you need to roll with that kind of strength there.
Yeah, because. Give me a second. So with Nobu's strength and him being a large creature, not 120. Large.
I would say the stones
I
outside
can
would be around
drag, lift,
600.
and push 1,200 pounds.
Yeah, that's about 600 pounds for the statue outside, and the stones and tombstones that you were going to do around 300 pounds.
Yeah, those are light work. That's light work.
Yeah. But if you're throwing down the stairs and try to block it all, you would throw this. Yeah. You can do it. All right. So, Naboo, you proceed to do this. So I guess everybody else is just watching and keeping cover.
Supervising and watching out, yeah.
And as you are doing this, you do hear, as you throw the first stone statue down there to try to block it off, it catches and is able to, like, the long side of it pretty much just kind of blocks everything off to where you could probably throw more stones down there, and it's going to start piling up. And you hear this loud wailing and screams echoing down in the catacombs somewhere. And not quite sure, but yeah, you can hear that there's some sort of stirring as you throw in the stone. So go ahead and roll me a percentage dice against me.
Alright.
This is going on
you
speed,
go.
how fast you can do things. So that's going to be 37 for me. And 75 for you. Nice.
75 for me.
All right. Now go ahead and roll me a d8. Did you hear me on that? Mr. Naboo? Oh, there you go.
There it is.
All right. So that, by this time, you're able to go back and forth, moving rather quickly, and throw at least 7 more tombstones there, completely blocking the stairwell. And it's heavy enough that yeah, there, however many creatures or things that are down there will have trouble trying to move from what you can tell. So you basically blocked it and shoved all these stones down there. Not necessarily collapsing it, but pretty much just blocking it. Is there anything else y'all wish to do?
Well, if the vampires are down there, they ain't getting up there, are they?
That's the idea, hopefully. and
No,
Elif will
but the
pull
ghost
out
people
her.
can.
Yeah, pull out her warhammer, and it will charge with thunder damage. And she will look at Thorag and be like, "Can you tell me where to hit the door frame?"
Ah.
Aye.
Thorag, roll me with an advantage. I will say. Let's go with. Let's go with.
Probably investigation.
Yeah, I was gonna say investigation. Was either gonna be investigation or.
If you're looking for specific details like cracks and stuff inside the column or whatever, it would be an investigation. If you're just trying to get a general outlook at the arch to have a sort of understanding of the structure, it would probably be perception.
Oh.
Well, I was gonna say
So you're
either
specifically-
investigation or with you handling stuff in the past. I was gonna say either that or actually throwing it with history sometimes, because that could also tell you what you remember from the stuff you've done.
Architect
but you
studies.
can, yeah, you can do either history
like
or
history sounds-
or investigation with an advantage,
I like history. I like using history.
because you would have a history of doing this in the past if you were in the.
Level
dwarven
14,
clans.
huh?
I could choose between a 14 and a 14.
Make
You
your
should take the
choice.
second 14. It looks better.
Yeah, I think the second 14 does look much better. I think I will go with that.
All right, the second.
I don't know.
14.
Maybe that's 14.
Am I allowed to give him guidance and touch him on the shoulder?
yeah,
while
yeah,
he's
go
thinking
ahead.
about it?
Go for it.
I'll roll a d8 and give him guidance.
D4.
Guide me.
Yeah,
Or
D4.
guide him. What d4 is it?
Yeah. 14, 16. That's better. All right. With at first, not quite sure as you're looking, you can't really find the one spot where she can aim. And then Ben walks over, touches your shoulder, and all of a sudden, a moment of clarity. You're like, that spot right there, which is above the ceiling, a little crack right where Illith he points to, and you're able to understand where to hit. Go ahead and just for the heck of it, roll me a attack roll just to see how good you aim at the crack.
Oh boy, the pressure's on now. 20.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
wow. All right. 20.
Hey, what were you mumbling under your breath over there?
No,
What did you say?
no.
What did you say?
I did not say that one at all.
This isn't Paxel. I'm good.
I'm afraid if a dinosaur can't bring the house down, no one can.
And you had it with the thunder damage, correct?
Yes.
All
You
right.
want me to roll damage?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me damage for everything.
Okay. This is bludgeoning. And then... Alright, let me open this up and manually roll it here because it likes to do that weird shit. So 7 thunder damage and 4 bludgeoning. Did I roll a 1 on the first one?
As you
That's
hit
sad.
this, you see the crack gets larger, and you see some of the dust and pieces and stone just kind of fall and sprinkle onto the stairs and roll down, but nothing happens as everybody's looking at you.
I was just loosening it. I didn't want to be here when it collapsed. And she'll take a step back, and her homunculus servant will try to hit it with its
God,
ranged
okay.
force attack. It's force strike.
Okay, go ahead.
It seems dangerous to be standing under that when it collapses. 14 for the roll to hit.
14. That will still hit.
Okay, and
Its
we
dexterity
have
is really bad.
5 force damage.
5. You have a little bit more dirt that comes out, but you see like the crack getting larger, and you can see that it's starting to pretty much trace all the way up and over the floor where y'all are standing more toward the like this particular wall here.
This is
That was
harder than it
longer
looks.
than
Do you want to hit it?
Noble hand takes.
Well, I think we're.
Oh no.
No.
I think you're skipping every other word. Are we
Oh
losing
shit!
you?
Am I? Am I
Yeah.
still skipping?
Yeah, you were. I think we were losing you.
Okay. Am I still being lost?
I
No, you're right.
think you're good there.
Oh.
Maybe.
Okay. So like I was saying, Nobu holds his hand out.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Nope. Nope. Not working.
Oh my god. Okay, give me a second.
He's doing something.
Okay. How about now?
Sounds like it.
Better.
Might be a trick, but yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
cool. Yeah. So, like I was saying, Nobu holds his hand out for a hammer.
Can she lace it with thunder damage before she hands it over?
Yeah. Go for it.
I know.
Okay. I hand it over.
So charges.
Let me just add a quick. Let me add a quick war hammer right quick.
It's just
I did not
vibrating at the end.
I did not expect it to go this way. War hammer. Add. Delete it here in a second. So I am going to roll
Okay.
to hit it.
Go for it.
God, that's fucking crazy. Why is it? I didn't change it. Okay. Anyway, I am going to do two-handed,
Okay.
and I'm going to give my.
No.
Uh-oh. Did it slip off again? 15.
Ah!
Well, that one will hit.
30.
30 will hit.
Damn.
Well, I mean, all of them will. Both were hit, but yeah.
And can you roll the thunder damage?
Yep. I mean, it's just a D8, but yes.
Oh, okay.
You gonna roll? There it goes. 8.
Ooh, wow.
18.
Full damage. Nice. That'll do it.
I loosened it for you.
I look at her with like a smug grin.
Yes,
I
the,
hand
I
you back
loosened
the
it for you.
warhammer.
She's gonna snatch it back.
as the whole
He
entire
wants
stuff
ice
starts
patches.
cracking, you see this large crack just crawl up the wall, and it actually starts going all up around into the ceiling, to the top of the ceiling, and it starts kind of rumbling, and you see the left and
Yeah,
right sides of it just start caving in as the floor here just breaks and shatters into the stairs below with a large rumble and dust flying into the air, and pretty much just pushing it, and you see this entire cloud just permeate the entire area where you're in, stinging your eyes and making you cough. Yeah,
I've already gone. Left the room. Outside.
everybody like ran for it.
Gone.
Nah,
Okay.
I just fucking say you did, and I pat you head and keep into the off.
Oh, that's one thing taken care of.
All right, so y'all make it back to the outside where this rumbling still happens, and the mausoleum stands, but you do see like the entire, I don't know if y'all closed the door or not, but some of the dust just does leak out of the doorway here as you hear large crumbling. slamming of stone.
Good job, everybody. Mission
yeah.
completed. They ain't getting out of there. Unless they're a ghost.
I feel like we'll have bigger problems if they're ghosts.
It's a ghost.
Ben and Aaron's not there. Aaron is not there. I keep forgetting. Aaron's teaching people how to fight. I'd say Ben, go ahead and roll me a religion, and then the cleric is there, right, Mr. Thorag? You can go ahead and roll me a religion.
Ooh, religion.
You know how to flex the muscles on you right now, Rev.
The dinosaur is pouting.
Oh, right.
She's all sad. So, Bengard, you got a 14.
I gotta get rid of this right quick.
Yeah.
You got
I am a religious man, a man of God.
Plus
all
one.
right. 20 will be
You're
good.
+1 though.
I know. Look. I'm
He knows
very. That +1 is for my God and strictly my religion.
He's very particular.
I am
So
very
you-
particular in my knowledge. I am open to all. I am very accepting. The dwarf God is very tolerant and very patient.
I think
But-
my religion's higher than yours.
Shush.
No, mine's the one. Mine's the one.
Mine's
okay, good.
11.
Good.
Well,
good.
what's happened?
Well,
Then
Thorag,
we-
you would, back in the days when you did not believe that there were the Walking Dead and vampires, but you would have heard things of them being able to shift or shape change, sometimes taking on like bat forms and maybe mice and other things. But one of the most predominant ones that you do remember is that they're able to turn into mist as well and travel in mist form.
You.
So that is something for you to kind of think about as all this happens and everybody's celebrating. But other than that, while y'all were doing that, let's go ahead. What is Fina doing, actually?
Fina is stalking the guards as they make their way back to the mansion.
She's stalking the guards? All right, well,
You're so suspicious.
suspicious.
Suspicious. Bitch.
Well, the guards make it back to the mansion, and they go inside, and for the most part, they're just putting the remnants of the door and trying to put whatever boards they can up as they make it all the way inside the mansion. Do you wish to follow, or?
Yeah, I'm following. I'm just gonna try and stay sneak out of it. Make sure they don't see me.
Very well, then.
With the woman with the golden hair, I will keep the telepathic connection up. I just won't say nothing so she doesn't know yet.
And what's the duration of it?
Well, as long as they're in range, I can just keep it up. But once it goes away, it's... I gotta figure that crap out.
Alrighty. Well, then in that case.
Oh yeah, I gotta roll a d6. How do I do that on here again?
What are you on?
How do I do it on that? Roll 20.
Oh, roll 20?
Yeah.
That one I do not know, except for like going over to your little dice that's in the very bottom left-hand corner. I don't know if you can... You see like where it
Yeah, I
says...
see it.
Yeah, you can click on that and just click on the D6 there.
Okay.
I think everybody else is more professional with their typing it in. Sometimes.
Alright, so the moment she gets out of range, it'll be 2 minutes.
Okay.
But we're trying to stay within range.
Coolness. Let me see here. So for you, they enter into the mansion. You are able to see these large stairwells. And let me bring you in here so you can see what is happening. Probably see darkness right now. The darkness.
Yeah, I just see nothing.
You succumb to the darkness, unfortunately.
Mm.
Alright.
Tragic.
Well, time to make another character.
Copy Fina. She is copied. Place her in here. Oh, come on. Yes, I know. Thank you. Paste. There we go. And then I need something for, let's use her so we can have dynamic lighting for our viewers.
Oh yeah, they're moving again.
Save settings, and then that will be for everybody. Everybody. All right. So this area right here is where you're coming in from. The windows were to the sides. The explosion pretty much blew out the door right here and the windows. Not most of the wall. The wall is mostly there, and it's just mainly windows, and they're tried to put some boxes and other furniture right now currently, since it's daylight. You see the line of them just moving forward and going into this particular area right here where they open these 2 double doors and walk in, and the commander going in first, and then this girl stands here while the rest move and make it in. And then she just stands guard there, and then the door will close once more upon them entering the room.
Alright, so she can't see past this stairway here, correct?
No, no.
Like it's completely solid?
Well, the
So I want to like try and...
you're talking about this particular one right here?
the one on the right side, yeah. They're the same.
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, they're both lead up. Yeah, so I'm gonna move her right here, so we know what we're talking about. So yeah, you can climb up those stairwells. The actual stairwell railing right there is at least about 3 feet high, 4 feet high, I would say. So you would be able to peek over it compared to where this female's standing.
Alright, I'm just gonna sneak around to like come to here, like take a wide berth, and I try and move up the stairway a little bit, but stay very low so that the railing will block the side of me, and I want to try and eavesdrop it to see if I can hear inside the room, even while she's standing there.
So tiny, you became tiny. There we go. That's better. Go ahead and roll me a stealth either way right now. Oh,
That's a critical one.
oh my God. Okay.
Oh.
As you sneak over there, for some reason you trip over the stairwell right here and make a clunking noise, and this girl just runs over here, and she just rushes over as she spots you and says, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Howdy, my compatriots wanted to let you know that the crypt has been closed off. She doesn't know this, but she's hoping that she's telling the truth.
Okay. Romy.
Oh, wait.
How
How long did it take Revna to collapse the thing?
Yeah, you would have been here before that happened. Yeah, because it would have taken them some time.
So it hasn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're kind of in the past. So you, let's say about 10-15 minutes in the past right now. Because Noboo was
Alright.
moving all that stuff, and yeah. So
I will roll for deception.
yeah, I was gonna say roll a deception for me.
All the terrible rolls.
Oh my God. She just thins her eyes at you and says, "Why are you lurking in here? Tell me the truth. What is it that you're wanting?
Shit. I've been meaning to discuss things with the lady with the blonde hair. It seems like she's holding some things back from you guys. And I was wondering if I could try and weasel a little bit more out and then talk to your captain.
She lifts a brow, and she's like, the woman in the blonde hair, are you talking about Jessa? She doesn't hold anything back. And she says, if you want to speak, well then follow me. And then she'll start walking over to the door. And yeah, she'll open it up as
Make a strength check on that door.
do what now?
Make a strength check on the door.
A strength check? Is she what's
Yes.
going on? What is Vina doing?
I want to make the door seem like it is jammed by using her telekinesis to see if she could just buy time.
Okay. Let's see. This is
Just gonna make it where the knob doesn't turn like it's jammed up.
Doing all this unneeded subterfuge and sabotage.
yeah, she can't open it. She'll like ring on it, and then you'll more than likely hear footsteps, and somebody else is gonna try to open it from the other side. And
Strength check.
when she's pretty much just talking to herself right now, what the fuck is wrong with this blasted door? Oh my gosh. He didn't roll very well on that one.
The door does not open.
Alright. And then this door opens over here. As you see,
Shit.
this other guy walk out and says, what the heck is wrong? What's going on here? It's like, somebody needs to fix the fucking door handle. It's jammed.
Well, I don't know why, but my screen is entirely black.
Is it?
It's
It
a
should-
place
That's
we can't
because you're
see.
not in the area.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, that's fine then.
Actually, this should not be.
I can just watch the stream.
Yeah.
Don't worry, my
Either
stream
way,
is
yeah,
black
yeah.
too.
Either way, you're not there. But yeah, you could if you have a live stream though, you could probably see.
Yeah, if for Redna's stream, if you want to share what Fina is looking at, you can. Just so that her stream is not boring.
Yeah, you see this.
Don't worry,
now.
it already is.
She's gonna wait. Fina's just gonna like wave at the guard. Be
Hi.
like, hey.
Yeah, they
I have an idea.
they recognize you, and she pushes that guy aside, and she waves you to follow in.
Oh, this place looks cool.
And you see them. They just kind of make room. These guys just shrug, start going over to the pool table, and you see this girl. She looks over at the blonde one, and she says, "We have someone who wishes to speak with you, Jessa." And Jessa just lifts an eyebrow. And she says, "Oh, well. What discussion do you have with me? What is it that you would like to speak about?"
I was not hoping for that critical one. So the matters that we discussed with the group, I was wondering if you'd be interested in having a backup plan for the crypt. My fellow compatriots, cohort, whatever you want to call them, are on their way to the collapse of crypt, and based on the strength I have seen displayed by my fellow adventurers, they're likely going to be very successful. However, the issue remains that if the Ghoul army doesn't come from elsewhere, I know that there's a magical ward on this mansion. How strong is that ward?
You see the commander and this other person walk up. This other person for sure is dressed in an official suit. He does have armor on him, of course, but he has a leather armor, but you can definitely tell that he is somebody of presence and means, and also is wearing a badge. And he walks up to you and says, "Now the ward was set forth here a couple of generations ago by my family. Very powerful." And he says, "It will hold up for quite some time. And these creatures have been trying to put it down for the past 2 weeks. They won't succeed. So the commander here was about to explain to me that there was a group of adventurers. I suppose that you are of that group. What is your name?"
My name is Fina.
Ah,
Can you back off for a minute? I do not do well with close people.
I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't know who you are. You're the one that's in my mansion. If you're gonna give orders here, that's gonna be a very terrible ending for you.
Not giving orders, just making a request.
Ah, that's more like it. So tell me, what is this plan of yours?
Well, see, the issue is that these vampires are making constructs that are much more than just ghouls and vampires. They're doing experiments with very powerful necromancy. Even if this mansion can survive an attack by infantry, we have very believable reason that they can construct something that could break through walls. My proposition is we're sending the traveling town out because no matter what, a lot of death is going to occur, sadly. But if you guys are willing to hear it out, I might know a way to lessen the numbers, per se.
And the sheriff looks at you and says, "I'm listening."
So that's... The large body movement of the crowd is going to attract a lot of attention. They're going to make a lot of footsteps, noises, and these vampires are very capable of making hidden allies. The Ghoul army is after me and my friends and you guys. You guys are the most important ones due to your power. And they said that they don't want evidence. So in the most likely case, they're going to be after us. We can either save the town, or we can save us. We can make it very clear of our presence and very clear of where we're moving, and then they'll be after us instead of the town.
So
Even though I have great faith in my allies that they're going to get the job done, they're immortal. They have plenty of time to kill us off. The best we can do is hide, or we've killed them.
The sheriff's just standing with his hands behind him clasped and says, "I don't quite read what you're trying to say. Are you trying to say that we gain the attention and we run and let the town escape, or we let them go after the town and we escape? What exactly are you saying?"
Whichever is your preferred method.
He looks over at the commander. As a character-wise, are you trying to deceive him, or are you telling the truth?
I'm gonna roll for deception because She is making this shit up.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me a deception.
16.
Ooh, 16. Let's see what he's going to do. Okay. That's going to be yeah, he doesn't say anything. He says, He looks over at the commander. And how do you believe we can gain the attention if we want them to go after the town? Do you think they would just naturally go after them?
Well, the issue is footprints and smell. We need a way to mask our smell.
But if we do not mask it, you're saying that they will go after the town, since that's what they would prefer, correct?
They would prefer to kill us, but we have to make it seem like we're either with the town or they just don't know where we're at. We'd have to either mask our smell, do really vigilant steps to make sure that there's no traitor among us, and we're going to have to make sure our footsteps are not tracked neither.
You see this?
And seeing how some of you are wearing heavy armor, it's going to be very difficult to walk in such armor.
You see the commander walk up to the sheriff and it's like, I don't think the issue is the vampires, sir. The issue is the Revenant. The sheriff's like, quite possibly.
I know the Revenant. I already talked to the Revenant. That situation's been handled.
The sheriff will look at you and it says, situation has been handled with the Revenant. Do you know what a Revenant is? They don't give up.
And
they will seek constantly until they acquire their target. And
yes, the Revenant's seeking vengeance, and based on your response, I'm guessing you guys did something to the Revenant. That is not of my concern. What I argued with the Revenant is I know a way to get what they want, and I don't know what they want, and I prefer not to if it involves you. But the dead knows each other very well. I managed to talk the Revenant off once. That's how we are alive. I'm sure I can do it again. And I have the ability to look into people's hearts and see their darkest desires. Even though I need a bit of time to prepare that, I may be able to solve the situation with no blood.
the sheriff would turn back, walks around, paces. So many variables in this city now. Swear, if I wasn't for Colford and this damn need to involve the kingdom, I wouldn't have had this problem. Now I got a fucking army of vampires, ghouls, and a revenant. How are you going to solve this?
Why are you worried about the kingdom?
He says, never mind that. How do you plan to solve this? How are you able to turn a revenant away? They're beasts, purely focused on their one target.
Well, there's much more to the undead than mindless fodder. He has a choice, and he made his choice then. He will make his choice again now. There's more ways to deal with a revenant than violence, and I happen to know such a way. Thing is, I can't really discuss it because I need more details on the revenant itself. But the point is, in all of this conversation, is to escape the Ghoul army. We will either all die, or we run away and hide. We don't have a choice either way.
Well then,
So if we would like to all survive, then I know a way to hide.
he looks at each other, and the commander says, like nods his head, and says, I don't know who these people are. They came here, they claim to be adventurers, Sheriff, but this one seems to be rather ambitious in her goals. I'll tell you what, if you can get this group out, then we'll go with that idea, but let the Ghoul army go after the town. That's what they wish to do. They want to sacrifice themselves, thinking they can travel out in the wilderness, out in the grasslands, no place to hide. I think you're right. That would give us a chance for us to escape, at least. You don't seem to be quite worried that if we escaped, all your friends out there. Why is that?
What do you mean?
You're saying that we can escape, or the town can escape. You're willing to sacrifice one or the other. Well, at least that's how I understand it.
As much as I want to be the hero I used to be, life has its own ways of changing us. And I would probably accomplish more in my own goals than even with the group. I have a few hidden talents, per se. Just like the woman over there desires gold in her own survival. And I know a few other secrets about her as well. I'm very skilled informant, and I'm always up for hire.
And she just laughs. Thank you. Misunderstand. Everyone's intentions here is to find gold and survive. And the sheriff looks at her angrily and says, that's enough. As far as gold is concerned, what is it for you that you want out of all this? Why are you wishing to save us and go on your own way with us? You could just simply run away by yourself. These ghouls aren't going to notice just one lone person. And before we do that, we're going to pause there, and we're going to jump back to the rest of the group. And first of all, we're going to jump to Aaron. And we'll jump over here. I'm not going to put in that many tokens because there's a lot of tokens of families out here. But Aaron, we're just going to theater of the mind this and just imagine that there's a large group of people in the inn. And how fast did you want to start training these people?
Nothing to the level of like even a level 1 fighter can do. Just the basics, like improvised weaponry, spears, just simple shit.
Okay. So I would say that since Charles was in the past in the military, he'll help you with this, and since it's happening rather quickly, he'll try to put the most able men in groups, while the children and the mothers and wives are waiting inside the Griffin Inn. Of course, any of the older gentlemen will also wait. I would say that these are not in the cart anymore. Hesta and Jenna and what did I say? Gregor is out right now, kind of watching. And Gregor would walk over and says, "Oh, we are planning to fight off the army of things around here or something. I was an adventurer
We
in my day."
We are preparing for the worst case scenario, Gregor.
Oh, well, I can help, you know. I still got some old moves in myself. And he like tries to swing his arms and slowly kind of moves forward.
I am going to grab him if he starts moving a bit too far forward and pull him back a little bit.
Okay. It's like, ooh.
If you can teach very simple spells that can help protect people, I would be much appreciative if you could teach any with magical aptitude how to do those spells.
Oh, oh. Oh. Do I remember anything back in my journeying days? Let me see what I can come up with. I journeyed quite a bit, but you know when the brain gets old, can't really think about things. You know, it gets kind of foggy, and then you start thinking about the good old days. You know, before your knees used to pop. They pop all the time now. All right, I'll see what I can do, young man. Feels great. Feel alive again. It's like an energy in the air right now. All right. Everybody, attention right now! And he just starts ordering people. That's tries asking questions, and you see him just kind of take command, and people just start following, getting in line.
Huh.
And aside from that, yeah, everybody's just doing their thing right now. Is there anything in particular that Aaron is doing aside from just, is he just kind of supervising?
He's supervising, going around, helping pick people up off the ground if they fall, get minor injuries, making sure children don't run out into the field.
All right. As this is happening, Aaron, you will start noticing that some people actually start going out from the houses that are further out ahead, and they start moving forward into the middle of town here near the inn. You see people from these houses and people that were hiding in these other larger buildings down here. In fact, you see from this other large building over here, which seems to be some sort of... You can't really tell if that's supposed to be some sort of inn, or just not an inn and tavern, but just an inn by itself. But you do see that there's people starting to pop out of there and start walking toward you and walking toward this group of people here. And eventually, yeah, you see at least a large gathering. It's getting around to be at least 100 or so, maybe 150 people around here. And voices just start rising, a cacophony of different whispers and talks and fears, and it's like, we can't survive out here. We have to hide in the houses. It's like, what? And because some people started like saying that we need to get out, and whatever's been attacking us in the night, they're gonna find us. How should we trust anybody here? And they're talking, pointing over to you, Aaron, saying, I've never seen him in my life. And, you know, just different talks going on. Of course, it's up to you if you wish to do anything in all this chaos and cacophony of chit and chatter here.
Aaron is used to being talked about with hushed whispers behind his back, so he's just gonna continue helping the people who are actually, you know, trying to fight, learn how to save their own lives, and if anyone in the group that joined us chooses to join in, he will be helping to teach them as well.
Okay. Well then, in that case, while he's doing that, let me see. I'll have to look at that one. Rogue and sorcerer can establish connections using 2 classes. I think you default to 1. However,
I got side blade, so that's one telepathy. Then I'm abhorrent, so that's another telepathy. The reason I'm asking this is because I want to let Revna know that these guys are very willing to leave the group to their death.
I would say, yeah, go ahead. You can talk to her and let her know that for now. I'll check into that later. And speaking of, we'll jump back over to you guys as or Illith. You will hear a voice of Finna in your head, and yeah, you hear. I guess this explanation, as you guys are at the leaving the model or graveyard. Actually, you're leaving the entire graveyard right now.
Yeah.
So what exactly am I told?
You're told that the guards are very willing to let the entire town and you guys die for their own hides. But they think I'm on their side, so we may be able to use this to our advantage. Do not say anything to the guards, but do tell the others.
I assume I can't respond.
You can.
Oh, I can?
Yeah,
that's
it's a
a
telephone.
lot of information to Illith to just take in. What do you mean they're willing to sacrifice us? Like they're going to strand us here?
So currently there's a plan going that the town is going to leave, and then we're either going to leave or stand and fight, but either way, the guards are going to use us as a distraction to save their own selves. And they're going to try and hide their tracks, so even if the ghouls attack us, they're going to follow the town and attack them. So the guards are very much trying to save their own selves. And they think I'm an ally.
Okay. Illith will, as long as there are no villagers nearby, Illith will convey that to the surrounding party members.
Oh,
That doesn't sound very noble of the guards.
No. Did you get any bad feelings off of them?
Hey,
Oh, somebody echoing.
They have a lot of value in gold and their own lives. They were even willing to kill people over gold, it seems like.
I don't much care about gold right now.
I love gold. Sorry.
well, I think we should get out of this place. Quicker the sooner the better.
I agree.
But
Nobu
Have
and
the
I can
connection-
haul the carriage.
I have a
It won't be-
connection for 2 hours. I'll try and catch up if I'm able to.
it won't be long until the Ravens return with some information.
Suppose we should start rounding up whoever we already have then. I don't think we have much time.
No, we don't.
Back to the training ground.
Let's get back to the inn.
Whoops, sorry. I was muted. Yeah, so we're going back to the map. I was going to say that, yeah, Nobu will have a nice big surprise as if y'all are returning back to the training grounds, he rounds the corner, and you will see a large gathering, at least 150 or so people, where Aaron and Kreger seem to be. Well, Illis would notice Kreger, interestingly enough, taking lead and making people do certain things, and Aaron
I'm
is
so proud.
Aaron is helping train the basics of things here, from what you can tell. So yeah, you definitely see at least 150 people here that have all gathered down here. Some of them are sitting, some of them are just watching and talking to each other, and as Naboo and Illis make it around and closer to them, they stare wide-eyed at both of you guys. All of them, all the sounds just kind of drop to a whisper, and then silence, and the entire crowd just stares at Illis and Naboo as y'all are making your way closer to Aaron.
Nobu does not have a happy face right now.
Does he ever?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ilith
When he's
will
eating.
kind of Ilith will kind of pull Aaron to the side and tell him the same thing she told the rest that Bina told her. Man, that was smooth. Anyway. I don't know if we should wait to meet up with them.
Meeting up with them will do no good if they intend to leave their charges.
Well,
I will ask Revna if they were successful in closing the crypt.
Yes, the stairwell is collapsed.
Okay.
Well, I think we should get out of here and leave these guards behind and to their own fate. Let's get out of here. We've got lots of people here to save. Let's move. Time's going on. We haven't got that time.
Ilith is going to stand up to her full height while everybody is still kind of staring, while she still has that advantage, and be like, anybody who has trouble moving, get in the cart. The rest of you, take whatever weapons you can, and follow the rest of us.
They all look at each other. It's like, wow. One of the kids like looks over and points. It can talk.
Oh,
And she's like, can I have one, Mommy?
my
Is
God.
any of them moving? Is any of them moving?
Oh no.
No, right now they're just kind of looking
I
over.
just scream.
He,
oh my God.
he screams at them.
Yeah, I go, move!
They all like
That's
just scatter and like jump back, and some of them run around the edges of the building as they like. You hear this enormous wave of like fear sound. Some of them scream, some of them yelp. Like the kids all run and scream like their high-pitched screams, hide behind mothers. Some of them run into the inn.
Oh God.
And yeah, while
You're done.
it was an entire uniform group right now. All of them just kind of spread all over the place as they see this enormous, large creature, snake-like beast scream out. And Gregor even like just turns around like, whoa, 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 what was that, big fella? It's okay, big fella.
That's the loudest I've ever talked.
Gregor
Nobu does not look happy at all.
Gregor walks up to Aaron and is like, is he feeling okay? He doesn't look happy at all.
On my
Yeah,
way
correct.
from Polaria
need
to here,
to-
did I pass anywhere
we need
where
to get
we can get
moving.
to safety?
Oh, sorry.
1 second, when they were talking.
Yeah. So go ahead. Let's go with Aaron first, and then we'll go to Mr. Bin. Sorry. Go ahead, Aaron.
Aaron will turn to Gregor. They're correct. We do need to get moving.
Ooh,
And he'll just kind of pack up and hold his hand out as though he's holding a bell again and make a motion like he's hitting it, and a ringing noise will ring out to try and get everyone's attention.
Yeah, some of them are hiding and looking, and kids are peeking out behind mothers who are covering them from the big black beast. And they all look over at you.
Everyone, pack your things. We need to move.
And they look at each other like, it's just straightforward, nothing else.
Yeah.
Roll me a roll persuasion.
Dang it, Nobu.
24.
Hey.
Wow, he's very charismatic, I guess. All right.
Yes, yeah.
They'll start doing their thing, and while that's going on, let's go ahead and jump over to Ben.
While this is going on, Ben's going to rack his brain to try and find out on his trip from Polaria to where he is now. Is there anywhere he's passed like a stronghold or a settlement with walls or anything like that that he's passed to get here?
Alright, let's switch over. Let's go to the regional map here. Let's see here. Let me bring it up here so I can get. Alright, let me switch y'all over. We're gonna go over to the big map really quick. Might be a little zoomed in. Put it right there. Talonalton. So, are y'all able to see the ping?
Yep.
Alright, so y'all are currently right here. Each one of those little tiny blocks is about a day's worth of travel.
Blimey.
So I think that's about 25. Probably for actual walking distance is less than a day, but I'll say it's about 24 to 25 miles per block right there. And while you were traveling here, there's pretty much empty land out here. Very small villages. As far as anything that would be a stronghold, I would say that the only other one that I have is Hearthstone. And Hearthstone, I wonder if I can paint it on here. Let me see. Freehand is one that's... Can you see that blue dot right here that I just painted?
Yeah.
So that would be about... The town is not that big, so it's actually about 2 days travel to that area right there. And that would be the nearest stronghold, but it's an empty stronghold. No one usually is there anymore. And aside from that, the other villages that were around were pretty sparse and separated. So one here that was on the path.
So, on this nearest one that I passed, what was it called again?
Oh, sorry. Repeat that again.
What was the stronghold that's closest to us called? The one with the walls that's empty. What was it called?
Hearthstone?
Hearthstone.
Yeah. Let me grab it here.
Okay. I'll go up and stand next to Aaron and South Alfred. We should go to Hearthstone. It's a fortified stronghold. It's probably empty.
The other way.
Did I pass it? Is that the one I passed?
I would say... If you were following the path, you probably would have passed it, but it would have been maybe a half a day off from the actual path. You probably would have... you probably would have known of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would have known of it, so you know where to pass it. It would have...
I've
Probably
sent
seen
my
like a
ravens
little,
in
like
over
a
there
little,
anyway to
yeah,
check.
raven or like a sign.
Okay, yeah. I was but 2 days walk. We can get there. It's the closest place.
Yeah, 2 days walk.
Yep. Yeah, but my ravens haven't returned yet, and they might find some more information.
Yeah.
And they might tell us if they spot the ghoul army.
Well, we should move anywhere safer than here, even if only temporarily.
Exactly. Yes. We've got to do something. We can't just sit here and wait to get surrounded.
As the well, if you're doing this, yeah, most of those ravens will return, and from what you can see is that once they start speaking to you, they haven't really spotted anything anywhere around. And you said you were going to go up to like 30 miles or so.
30 miles away. Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't seen anything. Everything's been pretty quiet. In fact, you've seen some merchants that were traveling about, but not really going to Talonalton from the west side. And then from this north path over here, you would have seen maybe a couple of merchants who are actually traveling to Talonalton.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll tell them. My ravens just spoke to me, and apart from a couple merchants, there's really nothing at the moment. So we're good at the minute. So we should move.
In 1 second, really quick, guys. I'll be right back.
No, Fina's Espionage Act.
Way to scare the children, Nobu.
Would scare the children, terrify them.
They wasn't moving. I'm gonna fucking know.
They'll move now. They'll see.
They'll see.
They'll all see.
Exactly. Like, Nobu wants to get the fuck out of here. And then, you know, he hates crowds of people. He just hates people in general. And now he came back to his fucking cart with all these fucking people here. And was like, alright, let's go, guys. And they all just like, get the fuck on somewhere. Hurry up. Move.
Move!
Alright, so, question. Do you guys want Fina to do anything with the nobles, or just get out of there?
I would say just get out of there. Leave them to whatever they want to do.
Leave them to their fate.
They've had a chance.
Don't worry. God would deal with them.
God will sort
Don't
them
worry,
out.
God is with them.
All right, I'm back.
I've renamed that sword God.
Welcome back.
We're going to start making our way to Heathstone.
Okay, Crestone. All right. So,
Heathstone, yeah.
alrighty then. Well, then in that case, with that being said, I'll say about 11:30 or so with all this happening, and y'all finally start making a move after everybody gathers their things, and you start leading this caravan of 150 people with the one cart. I will say that you were able to find.
None of them ever have carts.
No, you were. I was gonna say y'all able to find a few other carts. I'd say maybe about 10 other carts that were left in the town. Some of them were destroyed actually, but there was the one that was still in the tower. Was the only one, or did I have two in the tower? I thought I had two in the tower. But either way,
There's only 2 people who can push them, though, is the problem.
That is true.
As long as they weigh less than 1,000 pounds, I can push them.
That is true if you're traveling with them. So I guess it would depend on what Fina is wanting to do. And we'll go ahead and use. Let's go ahead and go into here. I need a. We'll use. There we go. Illith.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just using you as a token on the map so I can see where everybody's at. So, I'm going to put you... Snap, dab... Whoa! And I need you to be Godzilla size.
Giant
I
dinosaur.
am Talonalton.
Oh my gosh, she's bigger than. Damn,
Oh
Liz,
my
you
god, she
been eating
doesn't
way
want
too
to. She
much.
doesn't want to shrink.
The thick dino thighs.
She became.
Thick thighs,
Oh my god!
thick
Come
dino
on.
thighs, say thick lives.
She became a god. The goddess dinosaur.
Finally.
The goddess
Finally.
dinosaur.
What is your
God worth worshipping.
What is your first
I
decree as God?
refuse. Oh, I'm not ready for this power.
We're gonna put you
Give it
right
to
there.
me.
So that's gonna be the start,
Give
and
it
then
to
we
Noble.
can use you to track the movement. All right, so everybody decides to move forward then, and I guess the whole entire group. Well, the group is moving, and this large caravan of people are traveling with them. It is a cart. I would say that the younger men of the town could probably, all of them, get together and at least roll and put like the older citizens in the carts, and at least 4 men are able to move forward and drag the cart.
They have a bunch of rope they can tie it around the front of the cart, and then they could have a lot more guys pulling to help save on strength, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we head out, I walk by Gregor and just like pick him up by his shirt, and then I pick up the little girl and put him in my cart, and then I get ready to leave.
Okay. You're
Yeah.
like, woo, woo, woo.
Illith will also start pulling a cart because I'm pretty sure she can.
About to drop my stuff here. And okay, they latch one onto Illith. Some of the
They harness me up.
yeah, to harness you up. A couple of the little kids will try to run over you, not over you, but run over to you, and some of them try to climb up if you let them on your back, all laughing and giggling.
Or
They're all like, ooh.
I'll lead
I
the
want to
group.
turn.
I'll lead the group.
Can Fina try and get
Okay.
herself out of her situation?
Hold up. So, Ben, you were saying?
I'm going to walk in front and lead the group to Hearthstone, and I'll send the ravens up ahead to scout to make sure we're not going to walk into any ambushes or anything.
Nice. Alrighty. And then finishing up with the group before we move to Fina, is there anything else anybody else is doing in the group?
Aaron is just sitting, preparing for the journey.
I strap my own
scribbling-
fucking stuff in. Go ahead, sorry.
just scribbling notes in his journal.
And the reason why he's scribbling is he didn't know how to write. That's why he's scribbling. If he doesn't know how to write, he knows what it says. He just can't write. Sorry, Aaron. I told everybody your secret.
Literacy was a golden thing back then.
It's not written in common.
Oh my god. I knew it was chicken scratch. But yeah, Nobu scratched. Nobu kind of straps himself into the cart because I know no one else is going to come help him.
Except for Illith or Ben, maybe. Definitely none of the citizens. They're too afraid of him right now. All right.
One named Greg.
Gregor.
Well, you got Charles, who
Help
was
me.
kind of doing that, and then Greg.
Yeah.
It's all right, big
Wait,
fella.
his name Greg or Gregor?
Gregory, I thought I had him down as.
Oh, Gregory. Yeah.
Let me check my inventory. I have his signature.
His autograph.
It is Gregor the Wizard of the Flaming Swords.
And yeah, he was able to teach a couple of things here and there, maybe a cantrip or two to some people, but all the other spells are a little bit too advanced as he tries to remember all the configurements. But oh, you know what? Actually, before anything else, was in the group anybody else doing as far as Darag or I guess we know what you're doing, Aaron. Illis, you're pulling people with kids. Naboo is getting stuff ready. Ben is leading. Thorag, were you doing anything special?
I guess anyone downtrodden. Yeah, thank you. Anyone downtrodden, Thorag would try to cheer them up with a bit of what he had, like rationing out the endless alcohol that he can make only in like, what is it? I forget the exact amount, but he can make 3 gallons a day or something like that.
Oh,
but
wow.
He would ration it out to kind of pick up spirits.
Yeah, some of the older gentlemen will definitely partake in that.
He'll be sure to make sure it's not enough to get them too inebriated, but it will be kind of a thing like, oh, we're not done yet, and look, some alcohol to make the trip a bit better. Sing with me.
And you will definitely see the first 2 guards you ever met, Ben and Matthias, come over and like, whoa, now this is pretty good alcohol right here, Dwarven Ale. I do like me some of that right there. And they just start drinking with you, and they'll just be asking you questions of where you come from and how's the homeland and how they have always wanted to visit the Dwarven lands. And
yeah.
let me see.
Yeah.
I think as you're doing that, yeah, he'll yeah, Gregor will attempt to remember a spell, and then you see him kind of start just floating up off the ground. And as he starts floating off the ground, he's like, you see him just start, oh, I forgot how to do it. Oh shoot. Okay, I gotta concentrate. All right, I think I got it. And then he just starts.
Just grab him, pull him down.
You pull him down and said, I think I got it. It's okay, big fella. I think I got it. I could be wrong. And then he'll try to go, and I think it works with that, right? Let me see. Probably doesn't last that long anyway, but yeah, he's gonna cast that.
10 minutes.
Yeah, so he casts that, trying to use that's the spell I was looking for. But anyway, he casts that, and he begins trying to go around you and flying around you, and he like smiles like, I remember it. Look, Elith, I'm flying.
Aww.
I'm
so proud of you.
And
Yay.
with that, the group will start moving forward then. And you see this whole entire trail. Is there any certain way that anybody wants to line up? Because the group, I guess you can... It's the width of maybe this dirt road right here. That's in the town. There's about... At the end of the day, you see just about the entire village. So it's about a little over 200 citizens. And the line is probably the width of this dirt road that you're all on right now, and then stretches behind a little bit. So I don't know if anybody wants to position themselves in a certain way, like in front, to the sides, or and I know Ben is in the front. So.
But yeah, putting over in the front too.
Probably line Illith and Nobu's carts up to try and prevent flanking from both sides if it comes to that.
Okay. So let's see here.
Aaron positions himself behind those 2 carts.
Okay, so yeah, if y'all want to, y'all can just kind of move so that in the position.
Oh fuck.
I'll say that we'll pretend it's not up to scale. We'll just pretend that's the line right there, but of people that you're leading.
If you could, thank you.
and you were next to him, and we're gonna put
Yes.
them
Oh,
in here.
we're way over there. Okay.
Jenna
we'll
will
keep
be
the
there.
people as close. We'll keep the people as close as they can together, so the line doesn't get strung out too much, because we'll get spotted easy if they're strung out too much.
Gregory's just flying circles right now. Whoa! I remember. And I don't know where Yonsei would be. We'll just put him around here, I guess. And
I kind of forgot. So what Yantei's gonna do is be okay. So Yantei is gonna be our rear guard. He's gonna be at the back, keeping an eye out things and keeping like the people that were put in the back. You know, he entertains them, make sure they're all good. Cause you know he's a bard. He's very persuasive. He plays like his songs, like all that.
okay,
Just trying to make sure everybody's in a good mood and happy.
sweet. All right, and then I guess Thorag, where would you be?
With people.
I hope so.
Drinking.
Yeah, right.
I
The
would
drinking
suggest,
people right now.
I would suggest like
Right there.
halfway up the formation.
Okay.
I'd be. Yeah. This is the entire formation, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not up to scale, but yeah, it gives me an idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
Honestly, Dwarf probably should be further on ahead because he has stubby little legs, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, no.
Does he need to ride in a cart?
I would like to be in the middle. I just wish I had more speed.
Does
Well,
Baby
what's
your
need a
walking
car seat?
Oh.
Shush.
Let's
I
see.
am not adorable. I'm a grown man.
We'll put the
things
homunculus, however you pronounce it. We'll put him back there with
You
Yonsei.
need a booster seat for your small green child.
All right.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
That's not a child. It's a grown man.
That is an adult
That is an
man.
adult man goblin you're talking to. I'm actually the eldest of the group.
All right. There's the number 1 for the homunculus. All right. Well, that is 5:30. Fina, we will have to continue. You can just give me.
What the fuck name did you call it?
Do
You
what
guys
with the monkey?
took up a lot of time just to get in the line.
We'll
Like 5 minutes to get on the line.
10 minutes.
we'll
Oh no.
we'll continue with this, and then we'll see how the group does to get to the Hearthstone. And Fina, you can go ahead and just send me some ideas on how you're gonna want to do that. Maybe we can actually do, because this is happening while they're grouping up and moving out. So you can give me some role-played stuff, and we can do text, so that way we can catch you up. Unless you're gonna do something like try to kill him or something. But
I'm gonna lie
Please.
to him,
Please don't.
but that's it. I'm not going to try and kill him this time.
alrighty. Well then, in that case, I shall go ahead and bid adieu to the stream. Thank you, YouTube. My first time trying YouTube. And then Twitch, of course, for future viewers. Thank you for coming and watching. And I know it's a lot more
Appreciate you.
roleplay than anything else today to try to save this town. Maybe a little combat next time. Who knows? There's always a flip of a coin. And please share and follow. And we will see you next Sunday. And goodbye.
Yeah.
By the way, DM, can
Bye-bye.
we get together at some point and talk about Fina's
Bye-bye.
backstory due to her experiments?